What up, guys, and welcome back to the Antonio Mango channel, and thank you very much for returning. First of all, if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button because there's going to be a lot more Chelsea content coming. And speaking of Chelsea, they are preparing for their first Europa Conference League game against Gent. Not Gent, that I've seen a lot of people say it's Gent, who they are preparing for. So I'm here today to tell you what my 11 would be, how I think Chelsea will set up, and I'm going to tell you what I know about Gent and how they play and the little research that I have done on them. So I hope you enjoy this episode. So let's start with Chelsea. They're coming into this unbeaten in the last 5 games. They've just put 4 past Brighton on the weekend, but we're going to see a lot of changes in this game. Now, when I was picking my 11, I was amazed at the level of talent that Chelsea actually have in their squad, even though they haven't even registered Romeo Lavia, Cole Palmer, Levi Colwell. It is unbelievable. The level of talent in Chelsea's squad is insane. There's no reason why Chelsea can't go the distance in this competition and beating everybody that they come up against. But firstly, let's talk a little bit about Gent and what Chelsea can expect. Now, Gent are a team that really adapt their formation depending on the opposition. I've seen them this season play with a back 3, with a back 4, and even a back 5. Yes, so this time when they were qualifying for the Europa Conference League, they took on Partizan. Now, they won the first leg 1-0, and they played with a back 4 in their first leg. Now, when they were defending that league in the second leg, they set up with the back 5. So they are extremely adaptable to their opposition. So for me, predicting what they're going to be playing is just a guessing game. But let's take a look at who their key men are. And I'm going to see if I can bring it up on the screen for y'all. Let's get my little mug face in there. So, Gent. What do I expect? In the past 4 games, they've opted with a back 3. And I'll put that down to the opposition just simply not being as good of them in their league. So they've looked to impose themselves on the opposition and take the game on the front foot. I expect them to do something different against Chelsea. I don't think they'll go as defensive as a back 5. But I do think they'll play a back 4. And Gent are a team that, in simplistic terms, do like to play out from the back, but they like to hit their wingers early. They go into the midfielder, and I know exactly what midfielder they go into, and then they try and move out wide and try and exploit whoever they're playing against that way. So that's, in simplistic terms, how Gent tend to play. I do expect them to play with a back 4. And Anabi is who their ball player defender is. He's the one that takes charge and looks to play through the lines. Now, Gent's probably best player and somebody that is centerpiece to everything they do, whether that be offensively and defensively, is Matthias Delgado. He's had the most tackles. When looking against squad, he's had the most tackles, most interceptions, most touches, and most passes. So that just emphasizes he is key to everything they do. So if you stop the supply to him, you stop Gent playing. Now, another key member in their creator, who is Gent's creator, and that is Frank Sturgis. He often plays on the left or right, depending on who else starts. If it's Sonko, he plays on the right, etc. But he is their creator. He's had the most shot-creating actions, most goal-creating actions. He is their creative force. And that's who they look to supply the ball to then him being able to express himself and cause havoc to the opposition. So Chelsea, from a defensive side of things, will have to stop the supply to him, but they'll also have to congest the area that Delgorge can play in, because he can really dictate the tempo of the game. I actually think he's good enough to play at a higher standard. Now, he only signed for Gent last year, so it's his first season with Gent. And I do expect him probably to be his last season, because he's levels above this league. I really do think he's a quality footballer. So what would be my starting 11 against Gent? Well, I would start with the same formation as we're seeing against Barrow, and that would be a 4-2-3-1 formation. And I think it pretty much picks itself, give or take one or two players. I think Jorgensen starts in goal, because Jorgensen is somebody that actually got us into this position. Because when you think back to the Servette game, he had some crucial saves in that first leg and second leg, where we lost the second leg. He had some crucial saves, including saving a penalty. So he deserves his flowers. He deserves his space in this competition. So I would start with Jorgensen. And I don't think he put a foot wrong against Barrow, even though he didn't have much to do. But at right back, against Barrow, it was Malo Gusto. Now, Malo Gusto is our first choice right back in the Premier League, so I would rest him this game. Would I play Disasi there? I think what we're seeing at Bournemouth just blew my mind. He is not a right back, not even at this standard. So I would absolutely play with Josh Achempong. He didn't play for the under-21s last night, so I expect him to be healthy, fit, sharp, and I would love to see him get an opportunity. Now, just to give myself a little plug, I've just made a scout report on Josh Achempong, looking at his strengths, weaknesses, if he can invert, if he can play at Chelsea's level. That will be coming out tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. And that's another reason why you should subscribe. Now, with centre-back and left centre-back, I would start with Balashiel. I thought he done all right against Barrow. He didn't have much to do, but let's see what he's like moving up a level, because Gent are better than Barrow. It doesn't take a genius to work that out. So let's see how he composes himself, how he copes, stepping up a level. And another player I've been really impressed with, and if it wasn't for Fofana and Colwell just looking to get that continuity, he would undoubtedly be pushing for a place in the Premier League, and that's Tosin Adebayo. I think having him there, although he's not really experienced at the top Champions League level, he's experienced enough, and I think he'll get the best out of Balashiel, because I think Balashiel plays better with an experienced defender. And then at left back, I would start with Renato Vieira. I love this guy. Might not be the best technically, might not be the best footballer in the world, but his passion, his ability to play with a heart in his sleeve, he's actually really good footballer. I don't think he gets credit for how intelligent he is. And that's why I would have him being that inverter instead of Achempong. Achempong's played centre-back for the under-21s. Renato Vieira has actually made every single appearance for Portugal under-21s as a left centre-back. So he's got that ability to play there. But I think his know-how on how to invert, this is the game for him. And I think he can really impose himself on Matthias Deloge and stop him being the dictator for Gent. Now, the rest, I wouldn't make any changes to what happened against Barrow. I would start with Cassidy in central midfield alongside Dewsbury Hall. I think Cassidy really surprised us, and that's Dewsbury Hall's not natural position. So what I would love to see moving forward, obviously it would have to happen after the group stages, is maybe a Kano Dyer coming in, maybe registering him, because if you think about it, with Lavia not being registered, Enzo and Caicedo predominantly looking to play in the Premier League, we haven't really got many options in that centre midfielder role. So I would love to see Kano Dyer just getting a little feel, just getting involved, maybe coming on with for the last 20 minutes or what have you would be great to see. But I would start with them two in centre midfield. And then this sounds crazy, right? This sounds crazy for your B team. For somebody that's not starting in the Premier League, listen to this front four. Pedro Neto. Pedro fucking Neto on the right. João Felix. João fucking Felix centrally. Mudryk. See what you want about Mudryk, right? The guy's got ability. There's no denying that. His pace is frightening. If he can be a little bit more smarter, then and just do the simple things. Mudryk, like I said against Barrow, just needs to do the simple things and everything else will come. Just play that simple pass. Make that simple decision and the rest will come. You don't need to overdo it every single time. Take risks at the right time. When you can see the opponents really exposed and you know you've forced a high turnover and you've got room to move into, that's when you take risks. The rest of the time, keep it simple. Football can be a simple game. It's all about partnerships and profiles. You've got the profile, now build up those partnerships with your teammates. And then as a centre forward, scored a hat-trick last time out. Incredibly unlucky not to play in the Premier League squad if it wasn't for Jackson's excellence at the minute. Christopher Nkunku. And let me just give you that front four again. This front four can torment teams in this competition. Pedro Neto, João Felix, Mudryk, Christopher Nkunku. And then I would love nothing more to see Tyreek George get a run out. Absolutely love it. Nothing more than to see him get some minutes. Or Washington. Or somebody, players from the academy, just getting those minutes. If Chelsea are 2-0 up, do you know what I mean? We're playing at home. Give them that encouragement. Allow the fans to see what they're made of. They make a mistake, so be it. They're young. They'll learn. You learn from your mistakes. That's what I want to see. But that team, yeah, Chelsea, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to me, Chelsea? That squad depth is absolutely insane, but it's crucial in this day and age in football. And there's absolutely no reason why Chelsea can't go deep in this competition, go deep in the cup competitions, as well as compete for the Premier League, because there's going to be moments, right, throughout the season where Nkunku's called upon in the Premier League, or Jackson's got to make an appearance in the Conference League, because whatever it might be, there's going to be moments where Nkunku plays his part in Chelsea finishing top four. There's going to be moments where João Felix plays his part in Chelsea finishing top four. There's going to be the moments where Pedro Neto plays his part to Chelsea playing top four. But what I want to see in this game is the continuity and the dynamics on how Chelsea play. What I like about, I'm starting really like Maresca. Speaks well in press conferences, knows exactly what he wants. That's all you want from a manager. If he's shown clear identity, clear direction, who are we to argue? He's not always going to get it right, but as long as he dies on his hill and shows good intentions, that's all you can ask. But my prediction is going to be Chelsea 3, Gent 0. That's my prediction. Now I want to hear yours. Drop us a comment in the below with your prediction. And once again, chaps, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, support this channel. I'm manifesting this channel blowing up eventually, so just help us along that way. But once again, I know time is precious, so I just want to say thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the game on Thursday, and I'm going to be doing a review of the game, but I'm also going to be doing a match preview on Nottingham Forest, and I'm really going to go into depth on how we can beat Nottingham Forest similar to what I did against Brighton. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. But once again, thank you very much.